7 weeks pregnant waiting for an abortion. Edit 3 update post. Update. I'm 7 weeks pregnant. I am with my husband of 11 years and we have a son who will be 10 years this Sunday, who had a pretty bad car accident in January with his father uninjured that broke his back and almost scalped him. He is completely healed. I am not and am tired. I never saw myself as a mom, so it was a pretty big surprise to even want to keep him 10 years ago. But now with this pregnancy, I feel like shit. I feel incapable to take care of another baby. I feel heartbroken, because I already love this baby. But love is not enough. I've asked my husband to do a vasectomy for the last 5 years. I just can't use any hormonal contraception and the IUD made my period cramps so much worse. I had it removed. So we used condoms. I am so angry, tired, sad and scared. This pregnancy makes me so sick too. It's unbearable. I guess I just needed to vent. Thanks for reading. We are in Canada so I am safe for abortions. Edit. My husband was okay with the vasectomy. He just didn't bring himself to do it. A few years back, I asked my doctor if she would tie my tubes if I asked and she said yes, but preferred it be my husband who went through the procedure. So he said he would, but never did. In January, I filled out a form for him to make an appointment. All he had to do was wait for an email. But then the accident happened. Edit 2. My husband didn't think he wanted kids either. We decided together to keep our son. I was on the pill at the time. I have support from family and friends. But when my husband is too stressed, he shuts himself down and is mad at me for any reasons. Our relationship is not at its best lately, and it's getting worse these past months. Make Mr. I don't wanna be inconvenienced for 4 days. Do everything for you while you heal. And after. That shit enrages me. 5 years is way too long to avoid a vasectomy, especially in this political climate. I don't know where you live, but it's impossible to tell when the right to abortion will no longer be accessible, and the men should be going out of their way to be accountable. Sometimes what we want and what we need is vastly different. And what you need is to take care of yourself. Having another child, as you already have noticed, is not the best option. My wife had to make the same choice a few months ago. It was heart-wrenching, but the best choice. Her body was still healing from the first pregnancy. We used condoms, by the way. And it would break her if she carried it to term. But that doesn't take away the pain, the self-hate. But it is the best choice for you. And that's what matters, no matter what anyone else says. Well, no sex until the snip, I guess. It's truly cruel that your husband put you in this situation. You shouldn't have to hound him for a vasectomy. It's the safest birth control option. And he's an adult. He can deal with inconvenience for a few days. An abortion can be a traumatic event, especially for a pregnancy where you want the baby but can't keep it. Your husband needs to understand what a horrible thing he's putting you through. I hope things are quick and easy for you. And I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm mad at your husband on your behalf. Thankfully you are here in Canada. I can't imagine the stress of looking where to get one plus the stress of the pregnancy. Stay strong and find peace. Thankful your family survived the MVA. Smiling face with open hands. Sending you strength, sis. You are listening to yourself and doing the right thing. Be proud of that. Be kind and nurturing to yourself. Life is hard sometimes. Your child is safe, and now, after this, you can also continue to heal. I had one years ago and it was the best for me as I had nothing in my reserves to give to another child. Hugs. Good luck to you three, hope it all goes smoothly. Can this be another talking point with your husband for the vasectomy? This abortion will be just as invasive, painful as his procedure would be, and there is no reason he should force you to go through this when you don't need to. It's not a permanent solution. ETA, perhaps talking to the medical staff and asking them to provide him some info will help. You've got this, bestie. Sometimes you need to put yourself first to save yourself. Sending you comforting vibes and the biggest hug ever. So sorry you are going through this. I'd remind your husband that he now must get a vasectomy as his plan didn't work. We had to make the same hard decision in 2021. Different reasons though, and both of us did want more kids. I know how hard the decision can be. I hope you can find peace with the decision. It'll be hard. And hopefully you can get past it sooner than I was able to. I'm still not over it even though I'm 20 weeks pregnant now. I'm sending a lot of strength to you with going through with this. Your husband needs to pick up his game. It's disgusting that he's put you through all this trauma because he couldn't be bothered to have a very minor day surgery. Really tells you how he views and disrespects your body compared to his. Posts like these make me so angry that men refuse to get the snip. Like, how much pain will they put their partner through with IUDs and hormones just to get their nut? Fucking insidious bastards. I'm sorry you are dealing with all of that. I'm also sorry that there isn't a safe space to share your grief. Unfortunately, misogynists never take a day off. They are always on duty sharing opinions pulled fresh from their asses. I am not in Ontario. We had Henry Morgentaler who refused to be deterred in providing abortions as a woman's right. When I was still working nurse in DR's practice, we never had trouble finding a provider. Many OBSDRs do not make it known that they provide them because of our society. At least here you won't be arrested for murder. Best of luck to you and your family, heart. Would you consider putting the kid up for adoption? I'm so sorry you're going through all of this. And so glad you're in Canada and have access to abortion as an option. I'm sending you my hopes that you can rest and recover. Not just from this pregnancy, but from the stress and fear and sheer exhaustion of caring for an injured child for the past 6 months. This all sounds like it's just too damn much. Hugs. I've been in that spot. Glad you're safe for abortions, at least it's getting wild over here. You hang in there and focus on what you need, be upfront about what you want even if it's uncomfortable. I know how you feel and wish I could do something else for you, sending you strength always. Here to vent. I'm sorry you're dealing with this. And definitely require husband to get a snip. I'm so sorry you're having to abort a baby that it sounds like you have an emotional bond to. That sounds so difficult. We can't trust men to take our reproductive health seriously. This is really upsetting to hear. So many men just scared of getting a vasectomy. We are in Canada, so I am safe for abortions. Thank God. Also, your husband needs to go handle the snip and stop fucking about. That sucks so much. And I'm sorry. Have you considered a tubal? I was back at work in 2 days after mine. Super quick and easy. Felt like bad period cramps. Why stay with such an inconsiderate man? I'm so glad you're in Canada and you have access to the healthcare you need. I'm so sorry you have been through such a hard few years. Sending supportive internet hugs.